निरंजनम नित्यम अनंतरूपम भक्तानुकंपादितविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमिढ्यं तम रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामि। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीजतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। Chairman of today's session, Revered Swami Prabhananda Ji Maharaj. Keynote speaker, Revered Swami Bhajanananda Ji Maharaj. My co-speaker, dear Swami Balabhadrananda Ji Maharaj. Revered and dear monks, members and office bearers of All India Bhava Prachar Parishads. The 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda has been concluded officially in the month of January of this year. The characteristics of 150th birth anniversary is that it was a celebration and program of 4 years, whereas Swami Vivekananda's birth centenary celebration was of 1 year. Not only that, in 150th birth anniversary, we were in more advantageous position than before in respect of money, manpower, number of devotees, admirers, well-wishers, and particularly the fast communication system. As a result, we can say that the Vivekananda wave, Vivekananda Dhyav, Vivekananda Lahar has been created all over the world. Dear friends, I must congratulate and thank the office bearer and members of Bhava Prachar Parishad for their active participation to create such wave all over the world. But we should not feel complacent that we have done enough. Much more is yet to be done to maintain or hold that wave, that effect created during the 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. One thing has been observed during the 150th birth anniversary, that people are becoming more and more interested to know about the ennobling and invigorating philosophy of Swami Vivekananda. For example, earlier in Bombay, universities, colleges, schools never used to invite the monk of Ramakrishna Mission to speak about the Swami Vivekananda. But after the 150th birth anniversary, the school, colleges, universities, they are inviting us to address the students. Recently I was invited to address the student of a very modern, sophisticated, hi-fi college, and I just went to the dais, and there was assembly of more than 1,000 students, and I asked 10 students out of the 1,000 students. You come one after one by one and write on the blackboard, who is your leader, who is your icon. You'll be happy to know that out of 10 students, 6 students, they wrote that Swami Vivekananda is our leader, is our icon. Dear friends, Swami Vivekananda was great visionary, and he realized that it is not possible for a few sannyasis to propagate the great ideas of Sanatana Dharma, the eternal religion, for propagating the idea of a great idea of Sanatana Dharma, that monks and devotees, they should come together and to propagate the great message of Sanatana Dharma to the people at large. That is why Swami Vivekananda, while establishing the Ramakrishna Mission in the year 1897, 1st May, he inducted the lay devotees as a member into the Ramakrishna Mission. He realized that this jointly, the monastics and the lay devotees, they will be able to propagate this great message of Holy Trio to the people at large. Dear friends, people are very much interested to know about Swamiji, know about Sri Ramakrishna, even know about Holy Mother, but we are unable to reach out to them because of our limited preaching infrastructure and restriction on the preaching. Why I utter this word, the restriction on the preaching? Because many socio-religious order, they are very much eager and willing to come forward to work with us in spreading the message, particularly the Swami Vivekananda. We sometimes feel and we have formed some biased opinion, the negative opinion about this socio-religious organization. We keep them away. Why we should keep them away? We think that if we work with them, then we may entangle in politics or we may entangle in controversy. Undoubtedly, we have to work with them with a guarded way so that we may not entangle in politics or what is called controversy. For example, I would like to say that in Mumbai, we have organized many programs in collaboration with Vivekananda Kendra, and we could propagate the message of Swami Vivekananda to the people of Mumbai at large. And I find there is no problem at all. Another point is there. Sometimes we do not express the great ideas of Swamiji freely, frankly and boldly due to the fear of criticism. लोग क्या बोलेंगे, लोग क्या कहेंगे, हम इससे डरते हैं. Dear friends, we are preaching the universal truth, and Swami Vivekananda's message is nothing but the universal truth. If we preach the universal truth, let the people criticize, that doesn't matter. You know that how much Swami Vivekananda was humiliated, insulted, tortured and criticized for his bold statement in India and abroad. In this context, I remember one incident. Once a newly ordained sannyasin, a group went to Swami Birasharanandji Maharaj. I was also one of them. And Swami Birasharanandji Maharaj asked us, have you any question? Then some of our brother monk he said, Maharaj, when we preach Swami Vivekananda or Sri Ramakrishna or Sarada Devi, or when we do some service work, we come across or we face the insultation, what is torture or humiliation. So what we should do? Swami Vivekananda Maharaj became very grave and said, you have become sannyasin. Why you have become sannyasin? Just to take pranam and pranami. Just see the Christian missionary, how the fathers, the followers of Christian missionary, how they dedicated their lives. Even they preached the Christianity without any fear. You should not have any fear. You have to bear all these things for the sake of Swami Vivekananda. This was the utterance and inspiration of Swami Vivekananda ji Maharaj. Sometimes we say that what we can do, we are nothing. Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sarda and Swami Vivekananda will preach themselves in their own way. It is quite true, there is no doubt about it, but that doesn't mean that we should keep quiet, will not do anything, just will remain as a passive spectator. Not that. Swami Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sarda and Swami Vivekananda will preach their values or preach their teachings through us only. So we have to become the fit instrument in spreading the message of Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sarda and Swami Vivekananda. Our all mission centers or mud centers are located in big cities and towns, so we are unable to reach out the remote areas or interior areas of India. That is why we can take help the members and office bearers of Bhava Prachar Parishad, because mostly Bhava members ashrama of the Bhava Prachar Parishad are located in the remote areas, in the district level, in the village level, so they can take away the message or carry away the message of Swami Vivekananda to the remote areas or interior areas. In our Mumbai center, we have recently organized what is called a big program in collaboration with the Dabbewala. Because Dabbewala of Mumbai, they are very famous. Their number is more than 5,000. They carry lunch in the lunch box to the 5 lakh people who work in the office and other areas. So one day they came, leader of the Dabbewala came to me. They say, Swami ji, we would like to organize a function because we are very much inspired by the service concept of Swami Vivekananda. And 5,000 Dabbewala organized one function in Bombay. I was the keynote speaker, and I really wondered, even a Dabbewala, they are inspired by the service concept of Swami Vivekananda. This Swami, no doubt that slowly and slowly the message of Swami Vivekananda is spreading all over India and abroad. But one thing I feel, that our approach to the preaching is very mild and slow. We must be little aggressive in our approach. Aggressive doesn't mean attacking anybody, but aggressive approach means we should be little dynamic in our approach, particularly in preaching. Not only that, we publish many books, and on the occasion of 150th birth anniversary, many books have been published on Swamiji, but their prices are not very, very subsidized. if you see the other organization, they also publish many books, but the prices of those books are very, very subsidized. Even they distribute the books free of cost to the people at large. You may say that during the 150th birth anniversary, we have published many books and the prices are very, very subsidized, but only for 4 years. It should not be for 4 years, but it should be for long time. And Swami, if you want to create the lasting effect or lasting influence on the people at large, then we should distribute the books free of cost to the people at large. One thing I have felt during the 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, that the electronic media nowadays is more powerful than printing media. Somebody was telling yesterday कि आजकल के लोग ज़्यादा पढ़ते नहीं हैं, ज़्यादा देखते हैं, सुनते हैं. That is why there's some electronic media. Through electronic media we have to propagate the idea of Swami Vivekananda. There was a discussion during the meeting of 150th birth anniversary why we should not start a channel, Vivekananda channel or Ramakrishna Mission channel. Through that channel we can propagate the Swami Vivekananda's idea to the people at large. So we have to put emphasis on what is called electronic media. Swami Vivekananda always used to put emphasis on preaching. If you see the mud rule, you will find clause number 7. What Swamiji is telling? Swamiji is telling the propagation of its idea, keep the vitality of the order strong, hence you should never cease from preaching work. Swamiji Banglaয় বলছেন যে প্রচারই সংঘের জীবনী শক্তিকে দৃঢ় করে, সেই জন্য কখনো प्रचार থেকে বিরত থাকিবে না. क्या कहते हैं स्वामी विवेकानंद? स्वामी जी कहते हैं कि प्रचार और प्रसार हमारी संस्था की जीवनी शक्ति है और हमें प्रचार और प्रसार से दूर नहीं रहना है. Swami ji is to put much emphasis on the propagation of great ideas. Dear friends, now I think time is up. We should not feel complacent that we have done great work or we have done enough work. Now the time has come that we have to do more work to hold that Vivekananda wave, to maintain that Vivekananda wave or Vivekananda tempo. In this context, I remember a book named Gift Unopened. This book, The Gift Unopened, and I think this is the time after 150th birth anniversary, only 150th birth anniversary, we have opened a little, the gift unopened. But now this is the time we have to open the gift fully and we have to distribute this valuable gift to the people at large. Thank you. Namaskar.